fun. We are.
Yep.
We are. We're having a good time here talking about people.
That's right.
And their silly selves.
Yep. So, speaking of...
Mic's on?
Yep, the mics are on. Yep, now that we are in the whistleblower age, more people are coming out and talking about their rapes. More people are reporting rapes now, and I think that's the best thing about this era, the whistleblower era.
Yeah, I think it is. Especially in a day and time when you know, sex isn't about the hardest thing to get. I mean, you can get food. It's easier to get sex than it is to get food. You know, so for a lot of things. So
I think there's a group of married men who would disagree with you, Troop.
Married men?
Yeah, married men would disagree with you.
That's your problem, married men.
I guess so.
Remember, that marriage is a joining of two. So if you married a lady and you didn't like her, but she was something that made you feel very special sexually when you were just a young whippersnapper, well, that's what you get.
I guess so. But that it's good that more women are brave enough to speak up now, brave enough to come out and tell what's, what are the things that are going on because of men. I think it's a very good thing that they are starting to come out now and, be more vocal about what's going on, especially at colleges and universities. I would think that rapes happen more at colleges.
Yeah, date type stuff.
Happen more there than any other place that I can think of at any other time in a person's life. I think a young woman in the college years is a years when especially they get drunk and taken advantage of and things like that. That's when it's most at their vulnerable. They're most vulnerable at that time. So, once again, the number of reported rapes in college campuses in the region ticked up last year, with some colleges reporting twice as many incidents there in 2016 than in the year before. Now, 2016, that was like right at the edge of the whistleblower era.
Yeah.
The whistleblower era is now full-blown now in 2017. You are not getting away with anything now. So, good luck.
It's I don't know. It's a dangerous time out there to be young. I guess they're not the brightest people in the world. They are ruled by their hormones and stuff. Then there's no excuses, but there is a whole lot of looking at the things that you'd have to say. I'm in the gym all the time. I like going to the gym. It's a good place for me to go and work out. And some of the people in the gym, but you know what I find too? They're a lot more clothed in the gym, some of these women, than some of the women I see outside.
Right.
It's like, if you're going outside wearing clothes that are overly revealing and stuff, you're going to get looked at.
Right.
Yeah, so if that's your intent, say thank you. If it's not your intent, don't wear those clothes.
The thing about not wearing the clothes, though, troopers, for example, when they go to beaches and it's 90 degrees out, they're not asking for men to be pigs. They're just asking to go to the beach.
Yeah, and they when they go to the beach, they're wearing the clothes for the beach. They're wearing the clothes to get the suntan and everything. So they're already expecting to be looked at.
So if they get control, if men can control themselves at the beach, why can't they control themselves on a public street?
Men can't control themselves at the beach. I know stupid fools who say, "Oh yeah, I go to the beach. I take my camera with the long focus lens on it. You ain't got no film.
Right.
It's just spying on people and stuff. Yeah, it's like they don't grab them and stuff because it's like you ain't gonna get away with it. And they kind of know that. I think a lot of these grabs and stuff, they're done in secret.
Well.
They're not done out in the public. So the beach is probably the safest place for that to happen. And then another thing with the beaches that I find, it's hard to find one who looks good enough. There's a couple of them that you see there, but most of the women that you see at the beach and most of the guys that you see at the beach, they're way out of shape.
Right.
They're not looking all that appealing and stuff. And that's because they're bringing their kids to the beach. So they've been married for a few dozen years now, and they're bringing their children to the beach, and they're laying out on the beach, and they're just picking up a lot of sand.
Well, attractive women and unattractive women is yes, you are. Attractive women and unattractive women is very subjective.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the woman that accused Bill Cosby of rape, wow.
She's wild.
She looks like a WWE wrestler, and he's still attracted to her. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess.
Yeah, beauty's definitely in the eye of the beholder.
Yep. So.
Yeah, but if you behold.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but ugly is universal.
Totally.
Okay. You gonna get me in trouble now, because
I agree 100% with the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But you know, in some cases, if you're putting on overly revealing type of clothing and stuff, and I'm not talking about the gym, I'm talking about just going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen in the store and stuff like that. It's like those are pajamas.
Yep.
You know, those are pajamas. You don't need to wear your pajamas to the store. Where you're just that lazy. That person started out with, I'll just wear my slippers. I don't need to put my shoes on. I'm just going in the car, going to the store, be back in a minute. Next thing you know, it's just, oh, well, I don't feel like going getting dressed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's going in their pajamas. So it's like if you're going out in your pajamas, you're probably going to get looked at. If you're revealing enough with your pajamas.
Okay, so they can't dress nicely. They can't wear pajamas. What is Troop's guidelines of what a woman can wear?
They can dress.
So they
can dress nicely, but if you're dressing, if you're just going out and you're putting on the spandex pants and stuff like that, but you got the spandex pants on, so they're not yours, they're your daughter's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you're gonna get looked at.
Okay.
Because they're overly revealing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you're just putting on the spandex pants that fit you, you ain't gonna get looked at unless you got something to look at.
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
If you got the shapely, curvish type of bottom, you're going to get looked at for the amount of work that you put into that. They're going to say, oh, yeah, that girl looks like she work out.
Mm-hmm.
And the girls do the same thing to the guy. Oh, he looks like he works out. You know, but if you're putting on something that's 2 sizes too small, everything hanging out and everything, you're going to get looked at because the guys are going to be, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they probably start, laughing at first, and then they get a little bit rambunctious. And I think that people can get away with that because they think that just say no really means something.
It does.
It means something in the legal system, but you got a guy who's been smoking his do and drinking them beers, and then the girl's been sucking face with him for about a half hour, and then she said, no, okay. She better say no on the run.
Well, hopefully,
this boy's drunk.
Right, but that man better start thinking about his career and think about his life, because if he doesn't and he continues after she said no, then he's going to be the one to lose out, not her.
Yeah, but
his life will be ruined.
He's thinking he's drunk.
Right, but that's the reason why his life will never be the same again.
Yeah, I hear that. It's like, but then that thing, just like you knew I was a snake, and it's just like it goes both ways and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
At least when I grew up, you know who the girls were that was just going to be a tease. You used to call them a tease. Oh, she's a tease, man.
Uh-huh.
And the guy say, oh, the new, oh yeah, man, I'm going out with Mary. Oh man, that's just a tease. You don't want to, be, or they do want to be with somebody like that, but she's just a tease. And she has all the rights in the world to be a tease if she wants to.
Yeah.
But if you're going out with a woman who's a tease, that's because she has a higher moral standing for herself. So her value system is a little bit higher. She wants to have all the little cuddly type of things that you do and stuff, but that's as far as it's going. And the guy, that's a tease. I want more. I want to grab her elbow. Some craziness like that.
Right.
So,
well,
it's rough out. Now it's just rough out there altogether. If you try to make your career and try to manipulate the guy into that, and the guy is stupid enough to be stupid, both of you lost.
But the guy loses more because he'll never have a chance to bounce back from that.
Nah, he ain't bouncing back.
The upcoming release of I Love You, Daddy, a new movie written and directed and starring Louis C.K., has been scrapped in the wake of sexual misconduct allegations published by the New York Times. The move was announced this morning by The Orchard, the movie distributor. The Orchard will not be moving forward with the release of I Love You, Daddy, it said in a statement. The movie's Thursday premiere, it was premiering yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, the Thursday premiere was canceled at the last minute, shortly before the New York Times published its story in the afternoon. The Times report included allegations from 5 women who said Louis C.K. acted inappropriately towards them, including masturbating in front of them. The follow-up from the allegations have been swift. HBO announced on Thursday night that Louis C.K. will not be appearing in the upcoming Night of Too Many Stars American Unites for Autism program. So this man was going to do something for autism, to help fight autism, to help do things for for the less fortunate people, and everything he's done now has been overshadowed by his horrible sexual acts. Maybe he should have listened. Yeah, maybe he should have listened when they said no.
Yeah, as it should be. Yeah, you should definitely be. If you're capable of listening, then listen.
Right.
You know,
I kind of feel bad.
For who?
For the men, kind of, in a twisted way.
Yeah.
In a twisted way. Should they be punished? Yes. Should they lose everything? Yes. But it was so common in the culture at the time. There was a time where things like this was accepted.
Yeah, and now it's even more common now in the times.
Well, not now. Right now, in this very moment, it is not accepted at all. It is unacceptable.
I think this is just a small little fraction of the
abuse that goes on.
Yeah, abuse.
Yeah, and right, but those abuses are coming to light more and more. Yeah. Kevin Spacey was one of the top actors in Hollywood, and now he'll never have a job in Hollywood again.
Yeah, and I don't feel bad for Kevin Spacey. I think he should be stoned. He was doing this to little boys.
Yep.
I think he should be stoned. You know, it's like who cares if you were you ruined some little kid's life. Shame on you. You know, then stone him. Stone that one with the even though the 2 girls, you know, their life is still gonna go forward.
Yep.
But it's still got that shadows, those ghosts and shadows in that life. Stone him too.
Yep.
You know, although now you know this guy masturbating and asking women if he can masturbate in front of him and stuff like that. He's crazy.
Yep.
You know, I wouldn't stone him. You know, it's like I would. It's like, girls, please. That's what I'm saying here. I ain't taking nothing away from him.
Stay away from him.
Yeah, it's like he's naked. He's asking you if he can masturbate. Say, I gotta go.
Right.
It's late.
Yep.
It's late. I gotta go.
Yep.
You know, if you stay there and do this here, then you're just as wrong as this person. And just so that you think you can get a upper hand and stuff like that. And that's a big problem, not just in Hollywood. I think in businesses too. The low self-esteem of people, it must be even lower than I think it is. To think that you have to compromise your value systems, you compromise your integrity to get a job in a field because you have no talent? You know, it's like,
well, no, not because you have no talent, and it is a self-esteem issue.
Yeah.
The reason why is it's so superficial, meaning you get your jobs in Hollywood based on your looks.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Women that are in their mid-30s are considered dinosaurs now, considered old now, so they need to try to get. Well, that's the problem. That's the reason why they're insecure. So they need to try to get a step ahead against these young girls that are coming out now. And they are willing to do unspeakable things, unfortunately.
And but you know, if you're in your 30s, you had a lot of birthdays.
Yep.
Even if you can't count, I've had a lot of birthdays. And it's like, if you're going into a field where it's based upon superficial things as looks and physical, get fit.
Yeah, but it's a little too superficial. You should be also judged on your ability to act.
Yeah, that should definitely have a big place in it. But it's Tinseltown. It's not real. It's make believe, and everybody wants their make believe to be the most beautiful or the biggest or the strongest. It doesn't matter, Or if they're on a horror picture, they want them to be the most grotesque that they've ever seen. So it's all make believe. It's not real. So if you're going in there, you got to prepare yourself to be make believe. If you're a guy, they want the Captain America look now.
Yep.
You got to go in there with a six pack and take your shirt off and stuff like that. And if you're a girl, I think they're getting away from them augmented breasts. I think the breast implants and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that society is going towards the smaller breasts now.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it just seems like that. Maybe because in the gym I see a couple of girls. It's like, really, can you walk? The way everything is, you done padded the butt so it's about 4 feet out this way, and the breasts are like this, and there's this little itty bitty you in the middle. It doesn't look right.
I don't know if I've ever seen a woman with fake breasts before.
No?
Yep.
Oh,
no.
They're all over the place.
Well, maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, and think. Hopefully, my wife will be proud that I ain't looking hard enough.
Well, I guess because you can see them in the gym and stuff like that. Because if they're just standing straight out like this here, and
I can't believe we're talking about breasts right now.
And you're jumping on something and they're just staying right there like that. They're not real.
Okay, I will keep that in mind when.
But I'm not looking at all because I go in there and work out. But they're in there. You see them.
Yep.
You see the people and stuff like that, and the gym I frequent, there's a lot of pro bodybuilders and pro fitness type of things, and they even got the pro butt contest that's in there. So so, and the bikini contest and stuff. So there's a lot of the pros that's in the gym that I'm at.
Okay.
So that's probably why I can see it so much, because it's everywhere in that gym. Because it's just like the movies in the Tinseltown. You're not going to, you won't make it. And there's no way to develop those things so that they really, can do something. So you got to go get them augmented. For the show.
Right. So we are almost towards the end of the show. Spent a lot of time on
now I'm
men.
going to the gym.
Yep. So
no.
I am at a loss for words because we were just spending the past 10 minutes talking about breast augmentation, rape, and then breast augmentation.
But this is the world we live in. And then you can fault the wicked people. There's evil people out there, and there's wicked people who abuse this power. Then there's fools. There's just stupid people out there who abuse every known substance to man, alcohol, drugs, and stuff like this, and then they get this false sense of they can do whatever they want because they don't have no idea what they're doing, and then they want forgiveness, Yes. And then on the other side too, with women, you got women out there that's trying to use what they have to further their career in whatever career it's going to be. Is it business? Is it movies? Whatever it's going to be, they're still dressing and trying to project that image and stuff like that. And not all of them, not even near all of them, but that minority that's out there, they're out there on both sides. This is the world that we live in the United States of America.
Right.
It's totally superficial and it's insecure. And those two things together seem to make a lot of trouble for a lot of people.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're secure within yourself, you don't have any problem.
Yep.
It's like, please. And just leave that. But if you're insecure, you need something to fill up that void of insecurity. I'm assuming, I'm pretty secure within myself. I pretty much believe that I can do anything I want to do. Not saying that I can go without and insult people and those things. But I'm starting an academy for leadership. People say, you can't start an academy for leadership. People say, you're too old. Okay. People say, you can't do that. okay, but I'm doing it in 2 locations.
Right.
Because that's the other part of life here. You can do anything you want to do in this life when it comes to doing things. But if you're insecure within yourself, then you do these stupid things to make yourself feel more powerful and better than what you really are. So I can kind of see, how these things can come about. I don't condone them at all. They're bad, they're evil, and they need to not be done. But I can see how somebody wants to have his power over somebody like that simply because they have money.
Yep.
And they got that power over somebody. I can see that. Are they secure? No.
Well, I want to just correct one thing that you said.
What's that?
Do what you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. Just make sure whatever it is that you want to do is doable.
It's doable, exactly.
Right. All you 5'2" men out there, you cannot play in the NBA.
Yeah, you can. What's his name? Webb?
But right, just because one man did it, one man walked on the moon too, it doesn't mean that anybody can do it if they want to do it. Everybody's not everybody's not Spud Webb. There was only one Spud Webb.
I want to walk on the moon.
Okay, and you can do that if you want, but make sure it's doable.
I want to do it. That's why I got 2 astronauts. My grandchildren, they're going to be astrophysics, so I can hook a ride.
Okay, yeah, but just like I said, you can do that if you want. Just make sure it's doable.
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing. You know what you want to do, and you know about reality.
I really don't think people know. I see little kids, 2'4", walking around with basketballs, going to sleep with basketballs. They ain't ever going to make it in the NBA.
I don't know. They might have the greatest three-point shot in the world. They don't even have to get close to the basket.
True, I know. They're never going to make it in the NBA. They're just not. It's just not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen.
They can't jump.
No, they can't.
They crawl underneath the feet.
Even if you can shoot the best 3-pointer in the NBA, if you got a 7-foot man standing in front of you, how you going to get that ball up in the air if he's standing over you with his hand like this?
But their confidence level within themselves is still high.
Okay.
And because their confidence level is in their self, and reality might sink in someday and they realize that, I gave it the best shot I had, I'm not going to make it. But in the meantime, I noticed that, look at how the coaches make all this money from the sideline. I got all this knowledge. Why don't I become the coach?
Right. Yes. Make sure what you do is doable. But even if you think, but look at it, even that. Think of it this way. I want to be a WWE wrestler. There's about 45 WWE wrestlers in the WWE right now.
Yeah.
There are millions of young people who want to make it to the WWE.
Yeah.
Millions of hearts are going to be broken, and only 45 are going to be accepted.
This is true.
Do what is doable.
Yeah.
If you really believe it's doable to make it to be one of those 45, then do it.
Go for it.
Go for it. If you know deep down, and you know deep down you ain't going to make it, stop wasting time and do something that's doable.
I don't know. If you don't, I don't know. I just don't have that mindset like that. Whatever I want to do, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but again, I know when if something I can't get, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to work,
But the things that you want to do are doable.
They're doable.
You see, there's wanting to do something, and then there's dreaming.
Dreaming.
And if you're dreaming too much, more than you're in reality, that dream is going to get further and further away.
Yeah, but mine started as an inspiration from God. Yeah,
yep.
That's right, folks. I said an inspiration from God.
Uh-huh.
He did not talk to me. He inspired me for this here with Archangel, a return to chivalry.
Yeah.
And now it's been expanded now. But from the start of it, there wasn't a radio show.
Mm-hmm.
There is now. There wasn't a book that's being written. There is now. And then the leadership part I noticed was the leadership that I said, I can do this. Yeah. But how am I going to do this? This is the part you have to look at. How am I going to do this? What the innovative things I have to do to make this thing work for the Archangel Academy that's in leadership?
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to raise the money? Where am I going to put the schools? Am I going to build them? Am I going to put them in a hall? There's all kinds of things like this. Am I going to have partners? Am I going to take on just what's everything people are doing now? What's that show?
Loans?
What's that show? They go
Shark Tank.
Yeah, go on a Shark Tank type of thing like that. There's all kinds of different things that I have to put hours and hours and hours and hours into just finding out how they work. And then I got to spend hours and hours and hours about just reflecting on my own mind on how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Not how does it work? I know how it works, but how am I going to be the one that's going to do this? And then when I come up with that plan, I got to put in risk, got to put in all these things. It's a whole lot of hard work. And it ain't hard.
Right.
It's a whole lot of work. But everything's doable. Everything's doable. I run on the desert. It's doable. People say you can't run on. People told me you can't go up run on Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Why can't I run? What? Pikes Peak kind of is discriminates against.
Did you run it?
People? No, I had to hike it, but I got up the top.
You got to the top. Yeah.
I got to the top, and that's the only reward was for me. Running in the desert and stuff. The only reward for me. It's all great. It more so. It's more meditative than anything else for me.
Yep.
Because it's like I can do this. Why? Because I want to.
But you knew how much it was doable.
No, I didn't know it was doable. You don't know it's doable at the time. I didn't know it was doable. I knew I was trainable to do it. I knew I had the inner fortitude to say, I can do this. So I got to train for this. That's the whole thing. It's not doable just because I say it's doable. It's doable because I'm going to train for it.
Right. So you had a plan to do it. You didn't just leave it up to a dream like, oh, it's just going to happen. There was no dream. There was, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to attack it. This is how it's going to happen.
That's why the 5'2" can make it in the NBA.
No.
If he plans hard enough, because it's been done before. And if he plans hard enough to be able to do this, he works on things that he has to work on, he improves on things that he has, and all these things, he has just the same shot as somebody else. All he has to do now is figure out a way to get exposure. You know? And if he gets the right exposure and stuff like that, he can make it. He can make it. So, it's doable, but are you going to put the work in? That's the whole thing. Cause so many easy times to quit.
Yep.
Like, I can't do this. Why? Because I got a sniffle.
Right.
So, you could find excuses all over the place not to do stuff. And if you succumb to those influences like that, then you can't do anything.
Right.
That's why you need to watch Archangel,
A Return to Chivalry. Every Wednesday from 3 to 4 p.m. on blogtalkradio.com/Archangel, A Return to Chivalry, and on Facebook Live.
And this Wednesday, we're going to be talking about one of the major things that helps anybody get confidence enough to do whatever it is they want to do. It's the swagger.
All right. So we'll be talking about swagger on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We are out of time. It is your boy Truth It. I hope you guys all have a good weekend. I will be back Monday. Truth will be back on Tuesday.
And I want to give a special have that fun and a special hoo-ah to all the veterans out there.
Yep.
Everybody that's a veteran that served this country. Everybody that's a veteran, who are the pre-veterans who want to think about serving this country, the old veterans who have served this country. I want to give a special shout out to them. And if you live in Texas, down in Houston, Texas, go by the Buffalo Soldier National Museum and just tell them Trooper Glover sent you, and PJ will treat you like you're the master of the world down there. So that's down in Texas, in Houston. Go down and visit the Buffalo Soldier National Museum and get a wonderful experience on the black soldiers and the plight that they had and things that they did during all the wars that made this country.
All right. We will see you guys this coming week. It is your boy Truth It. Have a good weekend and stay positive. Positive vibes only. I holla.
That fun.